everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 stop motion speed build. This is Megan, aka Simply Simmer, and this week's build is inspired by That 70s Show. I did a live stream of most of the basement portion a few days ago, so I'll make sure to drop that link in the description if you'd like a tutorial on how I did parts of the basement. So this first room that I'm showing off is Hyde's room. I actually ended up building this room last because it took me forever to find an episode on Netflix that had his room in it. They don't show the room with furniture in it until season 5. They showed it for a little bit when Hyde first moved in, but it didn't have any of his things in it yet, so I thought that was pretty interesting. So up next, we're moving into the main portion of the basement. I started out over by the door that leads outside. I was actually pretty excited that I was able to make everything line up perfectly with the upstairs as well, because each room is just part of a TV set and it's not an actual house that they filmed in. After I put together my build inspired by Disney and Pixar's Up, I had a lot of really great feedback on me putting the characters into the build. So I went ahead and went all in on this build and made the main characters of the show. I had a lot of fun building them and finding different poses for them as well, and I think the shots came out perfect. I do have a follow-up video coming that shows the Create a Sim portion of the characters too. So up next, we're moving upstairs and we're starting out in the dining room. I'm sorry that the video kind of got a little choppy for a second there because the game doesn't allow me to record going from the basement to the next level in one swift motion, so I had to get a little crafty with it. But anyway, in the show there's actually a lattice design on the walls in here, but I couldn't really find anything that resembled it, so I just used a light green shade instead. Then we're moving into the den where Red likes to sit and read. I sized down the fireplace that came with the Jungle Adventures pack, and of course I had to have Red's grumpy face shown here as well. Next, we're moving into the living room. The floors are supposed to be shag carpet, and I could have used the carpet that they have in the game, but there wasn't a shade that was yellow enough for my liking. So I think the floors that I used are supposed to be pebbles or something, but I think it represents the yellow shade I was looking for better than the carpet would have. So I don't use any custom content in my game, but the poses are part of a mod. I found most of the poses on the Sims resource website, but if anyone else has any suggestions on where to find good poses, let me know in the comments section. I think they're a super fun addition to my videos and I'd love to find some more. The next room that we're moving into is the kitchen. The wall connecting to the living room has so many random things on it in the show and they don't really line up at all, so I recreated that with some of the gold-plated wall pieces. I also really wish that wall phones still existed in the game, but unfortunately that's a thing of the past. In the show, the kitchen has light green cabinets with white counters. I had some tough decision making here because there were dark green cabinets with white counters or light green cabinets with brown counters. I probably redesigned the kitchen 3 or 4 times before I finally settled on doing the dark green counters. So I know it's not 100% spot on, but I got it as close as I could. Moving outside, we're first seeing the patio area right outside the kitchen. I wanted to show off Eric and Donna here since this is where a lot of their awkward firsts happened in the first season. Up next is the driveway where they have their basketball hoop and of course Eric's 1969 Vista Cruiser. Obviously I couldn't get a Vista Cruiser in the game, so I used this shabby looking car from the debug menu. By the way, if you like what you've seen so far, I have a lot of videos on my channel from different TV show builds like The Big Bang Theory, Friends, and even Yoda's hut from Star Wars. I'd love for you to check out your favorite TV shows or let me know in the comments what builds you'd like to see next. Just remember to hit subscribe and then the bell to be notified of my newest uploads. Okay, so next we're going to be showing off the second floor, which has Eric, Lori, and Red and Kitty's rooms. There are also 2 bathrooms as well, but they're not super detailed, so I left them out of the stop motion portion. However, if you decide to download this build in the game, you'll be able to check them out. I have my gallery information in the description below the video, so make sure to check it out if you're interested in playing. The first bedroom is Eric's room. I actually really like the way it turned out. I've only used the lava lamp one other time, and that was in my stop motion build of The Office in the Michael Scott Paper Company. I've also never used those starry projection lights, but I'm loving the way that they kind of create a black light glow on the back area. Another thing that I really had fun with on this room is how many posters there are. I love the layered look of all of them and how they really add so much more character to this room. I'm not entirely sure if I got the upstairs layout down pat or not. It was kind of hard for me to figure out, so I just kind of did my best and made sure to get the basics of each room. The next bedroom that we're moving into is Lori's room. I couldn't make Lori as a sim because I already had 8 sims in the family, but we can just pretend she's off at college or hanging out with her professors or something. Her room is pretty girly, but in the spoiled college daughter type of way. But since I couldn't use a pose for her, I kind of alluded to Kelso's relationship with her by putting Jackie in here, who reasonably looks pretty upset with him. Okay, and the final bedroom is Red and Kitty's room. They do have a master bathroom off their bedroom, and we also passed the other bathroom as we were coming down the hall. I really appreciate it if you made it this far in the video, and if you liked my video, please leave a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to enjoy this last pose of Red and Kitty. I seriously couldn't stop laughing at it. Okay, bye!